second point, though, that I'd really like to talk about even more, which is, for me, far more important, and we were talking, Larry and a couple of guys, we were talking about this, is that's what happened. I want to talk about how it happened. In the last couple of weeks, of course, I know a lot of coaches from around the state, and just people that have gone to state tournaments. And I've had a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails from people that watch this team and just told me how much they enjoyed watching the team. And they didn't talk about winning. And they didn't talk about talent. Okay, now, we have talent. There's no question about that. So did Boy Scout. So did Chapter. So did Pierce. So did a lot of other teams. So they didn't say so much about that. They talked about the other things that they really enjoyed watching with this team. And here's some things that I think separate us from those teams. First was our defense. I don't think there's any question about that. I think how hard our kids played. I think how well they played together. I think their unselfishness and our execution, both offensively and defensively. A lot of times we got credited, deservedly so, for our defense. We were a good offensive team. Why do coaches that know the game, and why do other people that know the game, why are they impressed with that? And the reason is it's very, very hard. It's very difficult to play like that. They know the qualities that people have to play the way that these kids play. Those guys know how much effort and time goes into that. Now, they saw the end results, but what's more important to me is what I saw here daily from these kids. And here are the things that impressed me more than winning the state championship or winning 23 games. First is their willingness to prepare every day. Now, I don't want to sit here and say they were perfect. They weren't. But they were really, really good. And their willingness to prepare every day was excellent. Their intelligence is excellent. There's a phrase that's a coaching phrase, smart wins. And there's not one thing. People ask me all the time. People used to ask me, well, what was it like going from high school? I used to be a high school coach and then went to college. They'd always ask me the difference there. I don't think there's much difference, to be quite honest. And people would say, well, what's the difference now with high school kids? I don't think there's much difference. And there wasn't anything that I was not able to do with these kids that I was able to do with the college team in preparation, whether we're helping on the post, how to defend the screen, how to get back deep, anything. I treated it the same way that I could with college kids. Why? Because they're smart. They understood it and they could pick it up. Next, they were willing to be coached. Not everybody is. Not all kids are. They were willing to be coached. And the best quality I think a player and an athlete can ever have is this. Coach, just tell me what I've got to do, and I'll do it. If I've got to be on the white team today and emulate somebody, I'll do it. If I've got to be a screener and screen 5 times to get somebody else open, I'll do it. Just tell me what I've got to do, and I'll do it. Something that they ought to be very proud of, and you ought to be, parents ought to be very proud of it as well, is the respect that they seem to have for each other. They really respect it. A lot of times you'll get an upperclassman, maybe treats an underclassman differently, or you might get a kid on the first team and treat somebody differently on the second team. I didn't see any of that. I really didn't. They seem to have a great respect for each other. Extremely competitive. Very simply, they hate to lose. And that's a great quality. The single-mindedness and purpose that they had this year was outstanding. Nothing was going to get in their way. A great work ethic. For them, for the most part, the team always came first, and they always seemed to have a great sense of individual pride and a great deal of pride for this school. And you can sense that and see that. That's what I got to see every day with this group. Again, personally for me, this has been extremely satisfying and gratifying. For me, I've seen these players epitomize what a team should be. They care about each other. They wanted to get better. They did what we asked them to do. We had distractions. But they made no excuses. They just came here. They went to work. Because of these things, we kept getting better and better. And we were playing very good basketball as the season went on and against our best competition. Because of those qualities, that's what I saw day in and day out. That's what I appreciate about this team more than I do the state championship. My last thoughts are these. What have we learned from all of this? Are you better for it? I'll feel like we as coaches have failed if the only thing that we remember, if the only thing that the 1969 and the 1958 team remembers are the pictures or the trophies or the banners. If that's the only things we remember, we failed. It was a great accomplishment. It is a great accomplishment, but it won't guarantee you happiness, and it won't guarantee you success. The last thing I remember Father Meisenberg saying to me, and it was the main reason that I decided to help out this year, was he said, Mike, he said, we want to win here very much, but far more important is that our players represent our school with dignity and that they learn values through athletics. I hope on a daily basis we did that. We tried to do that. And I hope that we taught values that will be with you forever. Players, I hope you know how fortunate you are. Your parents have sacrificed much. You are lucky. You are lucky that you have had great teammates. You're lucky. You're in the right place at the right time. You couldn't do it alone, and you didn't do it alone. I hope you remember that work is a really, really good word. I hope you remember that you, and only you, control your effort and your attitude. I hope you remember that sharing this is a heck of a lot better than doing it alone, doing anything alone. That failing to prepare is preparing to fail. I hope you realize that people really will, people that count, will recognize your work, your effort, your unselfishness. You don't need to do a single thing to draw attention to yourself. You really don't. That talent is never enough. It's never enough. From time to time, I give these kids poems or thoughts of the day or a handout or something. One that I think is really appropriate today from John Wooden is this. Talent is God-given. Be humble. Fame is man-given. Be thankful. Conceit is self-given. Be careful. We've seen how you've handled adversity and distractions, and you've handled them remarkably well. Your next challenge is how will you handle success? Will you be proud yet humble? And will you keep it in perspective? I feel really good about what this team, I feel great about what you've accomplished, what we've accomplished this year, but I'll feel a lot better years from now if I know that something here helped you become a better person and helped you in your life, whatever you choose to do. I want to thank everybody. It's been my pleasure, and I really appreciate everybody, everything that everybody